Hello, everybody. Everyone's doing well. Let's just try to make sure that everything's good. Yep, we're green to green. Hello, everybody. It is 4 p.m. June 17th, as I get interrupted by a big yawn. And a fucking single 100. Hopefully the issues we had yesterday are fixed. We will be swearing in somebody today. At like
unit that's
six.
checking that 66, just be advised for any handoffs of any suspicious
Or sorry,
packages
at like
in that area.
8:30. So in about 4 hours.
110, I needed to talk with you.
10-4. I'm at State HQ. You can come here or on a
Copy.
phone call.
Be en route after this traffic.
Where's my rifle?
142. I have 2 vehicles here, 2 civilians at the suspicious activity. I could use an additional.
Did we not just call on single 100? Oh, it must have been destroyed.
You know my shop you can break off.
Copy. .26 en route to State HQ.
Okay, I need to get my rifle first. I don't know where it is, but I need to grab it. Because I need to get my thing set. Oh, it's in my other locker. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. I'm very tired today. Don't know why. Just am. There's a lot of stuff going on, obviously, after the verdict we gave yesterday. Or the day before. I don't even remember if it was yesterday or the day before. There's a lot. And I don't think I'm not going to hear the end of it for... What the fuck is that?
Hey, what's up?
Brother, what is that? Who are you?
The Lamborghini.
Are you a cop?
Oh, yeah.
What cop? What's your name?
120, Officer Watson.
Alright, good. Anywhere. That might be a player. Looks like a player, but I'm not sure. I didn't even know you could get Lamborghinis. $221 on duty and service. So yeah, hopefully there isn't any issues with stream or anything. Wow.
Alright, so one of them is a civilian, one is a local. This local drove up to the car, he walked up to the window.
142, I'm sorry to interrupt, but can you say this in person to whoever you're talking to, please? Not over radio.
Oh, my bad. My buttons are closed.
355 to 221.
221.
You got time to do a phase 1?
Yeah, who needs it?
It's gonna be 381 Frank.
Tell them to meet me at Mission and I'll do it.
Get firm en route.
271, traffic's clear, 2 citations issued, I'll be tonight.
Well, I didn't want to do that today, but whatever. Dude, who is leaving all these doors unlocked? Alright. Let's open up my browser. Am I gonna need my plate? I'm probably gonna need my plate, huh? It's one of these.
142, that 1066 is
Charlie
the,
Charlie 3 Delta
okay.
Oscar Victor Zulu X-ray. Once again, Charlie Charlie 3 Delta Oscar Victor Zulu X-ray. Oh my. Alright. And then we have 6-3 King 65840. Oh, the King or the K is capitalized, please. Nice. Alright. Let's grab my AR-15 and my shotgun.
Unit next to that 66, go ahead and check it out.
Just code 60 area.
142, I'm attaching.
Just let us know if you see anybody with any objects in their hands or anything like that.
Alright. That should be my my main shotgun. I'll grab one of these and hopefully one of these. Nope. I will do that backwards. Wait, could I do this?
Same gentleman sitting down here by his car. Locals keep driving by. It's a little fishy.
If you could just get a little stake out around that area, make sure nobody comes up to him and, you know, so you can hand off, you know.
Dude, what is happening right now? What the hell am I listening to? Jesus Christ. Fuck the fire extinguisher. Oh my. Hello.
Alright, there's your rookie.
What's your name, sir?
Tucker Trebley.
Tucker Trabley?
Trebley, yes, sir.
What's your call sign?
381 Foxtrot.
381 Frank, a firm. Has anyone spoke to you from the FTO team to start your phase 1, or are you brand firing in?
I was gonna do it with Riggs, but then he had a phase 4, so he dropped me and went to do the phase 4.
It's gonna be a brand new one.
Yep.
Give me a second.
While you're doing that, you mind if I run and get something from the vending machine?
Go ahead.
Alright.
As you were, Deputy, thank you.
No worries. You have a good one.
You too, sir. Trabley. How the fuck do you spell that? TBCSO? Yeah. Right there. Okay. TO. Make a copy. Alright, Tucker, follow me. I need to put my weapons in my vehicle.
Sounds good.
Alright, I'll try to get your phase done as quickly as quick as possible. I just want to make sure you learn everything for phase 1 and it adequately prepares you for phase 2, okay?
Copy that. Sounds good.
We're going to start off with a mission road tour. I just
Alright,
need to
the
put my
1066 is the
vehicle
code for
underground.
vehicles
So if you want to hop in so we can just get
10-9?
underground real quick.
That code 66 is code for, or I'm sorry, it's 1066 code for the vehicle left.
Copy.
It is an orange colored Audi, so if you see that at any other suspicious activity locations, then
My
it's starting to get a little
thing isn't working,
suspicious
so
there.
just give me a second.
10-4.
They changed the button on me. Alright, I'll have to fuck with that later. Okay, welcome to Mission Row. This is where we should be parking our vehicles anytime we're transporting anybody or anytime we are planning on leaving our vehicle at Mission Row for any period of time. If you leave it out there or out front, it's gonna get its tires popped, it's gonna get shot, it's gonna get stolen. Your shit's gonna get taken out of it. Don't trust anybody with your car other than yourself, okay? Oh, God. Alright, so if we move over here, I'm sure you are familiar with the cells.
Yes, sir.
So anytime you bring a criminal in, you'll bring him in through that door there. You'll bring him into the cells.
Gonna
You get
be
him fingerprinted,
1080.
which I don't know if you've been
Black and colored
shown the
vehicle, red
fingerprint thing, but I'll do
underglow.
it
Gonna be
for
headed southbound Alta Street.
just to make sure we got it.
Excessive speeds over 100 miles per hour.
In the mugshot room, that's where you fingerprint. You third eye the computer when the other
Losing
dude's
eyes.
in there, and then you can fingerprint. Do you have a police radio on you right now? I'd imagine
I
that,
do.
right? Oh, you do?
And he is a go.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead and turn it off if you are listening to
Yeah,
full
it's off.
comms. Alright. Cells, you're already familiar with this. I don't need to show you this. We have interrogation rooms and a lineup that we'll never use, but we have interrogation rooms here. These will actually get utilization if you're doing any form of investigation. Let's to our right. We got observation rooms as well. Here we have our evidence, where you will third eye this little gate here, and then you will type your corresponding case number in here. So if you have locker number 687, which would be specifically your case number, like anytime you book someone, it gives you a number. You'll basically just come up here and then throw in everything under that number. Like if anything you confiscated off the guy, you understand?
Yep.
All right, interrupt me at any time if you have any questions.
Will do.
All right, heading upstairs. We have our main area that everyone hangs out at. We have to our left our lockers where you get your gear. You just have some regular desks. You have the chief's office. You have a little commissary slash break room. I believe there are vending machines in there as well. You have a side exit. You have the front door, main lobby, and the main front office. Alright. If we come back here, once you fingerprint your subject, you will come over here. to the back here. We have bathrooms to the left, a little meeting room to the right. But we come to the back here in the forensic lab. You come up to this laptop. You third eye it, which is holding down your Alt key, left Alt. Should give you a little interact menu.
Yep.
And you can view fingerprint database. All fingerprints that are done should start at the top, but just on the off chance you don't see someone that you think is the guy, check at the bottom too. And then when you click into it, you can, see a bunch of stuff. So right now, the only people in here, or at the top, is James Lancaster, and I'm pretty sure he's a cop. And you can also see that this was on the 20th of December, meaning that it's actually at the bottom that it starts. Which is good. Good thing we can see that. So 16th of June. Awesome. Then you have some other stuff they don't actually utilize at the moment. If on the off chance you are connected to a shell casing, meaning you picked up a shell casing on scene, that system is not actively active, but you'll come here, third eye it, and analyze evidence. And then when we get on phase 2, you will come over here and you will gather your weapons and stuff like that. You'll gather vehicle keys once you get your own vehicle. This is like your be-all, end-all stop when it comes to gathering shit you need, okay?
Yep.
There's an ATM on your right if you need money, and then we have a little shooting range. Upstairs, I don't need to walk around and show you everything, but upstairs there is our actual meeting room where we have all police meetings, and then upstairs again, on the 4th floor, well, 3rd, technically, is the helipad. Do you have any questions, sir?
Negative.
All right. Okay, I just need to write a few things here. Have you read the SOP?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. All right, we got that done. Okay. So, while we're, getting to drive, because we're gonna be patrolling on the highways, because that's state's area, really. Why don't you tell me what made you want to join law enforcement, and also your past experience, if any. It's fine if you don't have any. Within law enforcement.
I joined due to just kind of wanting to expand my narrative in this story, as well as finding a new brotherhood to kind of be part of and learn my way more around the city, as well as yeah, it's just something that I've done in a lot of other cities, and yeah, I've wanted to do it for a while now.
Amazing.
And then when it comes to my experience, I've been in multiple cities, and in at least 2 of them I was the lead detective in CID. I've had a lot of experience, but just restarting again.
Alright. Give me a second. Sorry, we gotta deal with some children in this city sometimes.
No worries.
Alright, good. I don't plan on babying anybody. I'm not gonna be babying you. So I'm gonna start with explaining some stuff that definitely is different from other cities. Mind you, I've only played this city, but I've played here since 2017. And I've clocked 4,600 hours, so hopefully I'll be able to help you get your phase 1 done as soon as absolutely possible, okay?
Sounds great to me.
All right, so first things first, and I'll say this first because it's been emboldened and it is important. We don't recognize the case law Tennessee versus Garner. That's like the one case law we don't recognize, which is the fleeing felon one. A lot of people will consider it fleeing felon. Apparently, a lot of people has also been misunderstanding that. But as long as you understand that, I can get that checked off.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know where the where people are getting misunderstood in the case law, as I've read it myself, and it seems pretty self-explanatory, but I don't know. Do you understand probable cause? Let's start there, because I don't need to explain it if you understand it.
Oh, yeah, I get it. It makes pretty good sense. I mean, there's definitely things that can be strewed as probable cause versus like reasonable suspicion. You toe the line, but it makes sense to me.
Per your own words, why don't you explain that to me? Like what you're, because I don't need to explain it to you if you can explain it to me. So what does reasonable suspicion mean, and what does probable cause mean? Per your own words. And if there's anything you missed, I'll correct it.
Okay, so reasonable suspicion would be like if somebody's loitering in an area where a crime is committed, it gives you the ability to not detain them, but maybe question them and or investigate them, where probable cause is, for example, I walk up to a vehicle and I smell the odor of marijuana. That then gives me probable cause to detain the individual and search the vehicle, and so on and so forth.
Amazing. This is going to be a breeze. We're going to pull over to the sheriff's headquarters now, and then we're going to go over the MDT system and the dispatch system. And then maybe we can walk around a little bit of the sheriff's headquarters, because it is really cool.
Yeah, Riggs and I walked through it a couple days ago.
Awesome. But I still want to pull over there because it's a good stop.
Yeah, makes sense.
Do you understand our use of force policy per the SOP? And if you do, could you explain it to me? And this isn't a test. It's just to make it easier on both of us. I'm happy to do either way.
Now, what do you mean? Like just the level of force that we're allowed to use, or what?
Do you understand our use of force policy as written in the SOP? So that could be continuum, that could be our levels of force. Do you understand that? And if you could, please cite it.
So I understand that it's a continuum, one step above. So if somebody's got a knife, you go lethal. If somebody's, unarmed, you might go unarmed as well as a taser. And then when it comes to the pump shotgun and the carbine, those are special situations, and which are outlined in the SOP.
Yeah, amazing. All right. So, why don't you go ahead and flex your MDT muscle and see if you have that. If not, we can go gather one.
Yeah, I got one.
Awesome. So, MDT dashboard, this is your main area. You can see active units on the right. You can see your name in the top right. You can see bulletin board, which is all these things in the middle. That's like all updates and stuff, where people are updating. Like, there's certain ranks that are being open, or certifications, or, hey, stop doing this, you're stupid. Whatever, right? So you see all that in the middle? And then we have a message board. This just sends a message out to all officers on duty, and then we have warrants below. You go to profiles on the left, top left, profiles. This is where you search up people. If you want to go ahead and search up Jeremy Crane by just typing in Jeremy. you'll have a few Jeremys come up. So if you click on Jeremy Crane, you can see there's a driver's license, there's no CDL, there's no motorcycle license, there's a CCP, which is concealed carry permit, and OCP, which is open carry permit, and no hunting, boating, or pilot license. I actually should have my pilot's license. I don't know why it's not there.
Yep, I see
And
all
then, and then in the middle, you have a picture that hasn't been filled out because I'm not a criminal, so it's not there. Then forename, surname, date of birth, profession, all that stuff. And then you also have place, user information under that. And then you have to the right of that tags, gallery, known convictions. This is where, like, if you want to basically get punched in the face with information, this is where you go instead of looking at someone's like specific reports. Okay.
Yep.
Moving down one section, incidents. This is where all our reports are. This is, anytime you write a report, this is where it goes. You press the plus sign in the middle of manage incident. You should be able to see that right to the right of manage incident, and then I'll give you like a little template, and then you can do all that stuff. That'll be explained in phase 2, I'm pretty sure. If you want to see anyone else's incidents, you can click the word incidents with the little magnifying glass, and you can search something up per name or arrest or whatever. Move down one more. This is where we have unfounded reports. So let's say you responded to a bank robbery and you didn't arrest anybody. This is where you would put it. Or if you found some drugs on the side of the street, this is where you put it, okay?
Yep.
Move down one more section. This is beyond the lookouts. So anytime, you're looking for a car, but you don't really have enough cause for a warrant, you could be on the lookout. Maybe you could get someone to question someone and get something out of it, but that's that. Roster, this is just a law enforcement roster in the MDT. Makes things a little bit easier to grab for some people. DMV below that. This is where you search up vehicles. And then if you search up, let's see, search up Charlie, so CC. You should see a bunch of vehicles come up, and you see one owner, Jeremy Crane's the second one down. Do you see that?
Yep, I see it.
So it says it's marked as stolen. Don't listen to that because every car is marked as stolen. It's some kind of issue. But you can see the registration, you can see the owner, you can see the class, you can see the make and model, which is null because a lot of vehicles haven't been added to the system. And then sometimes they'll include a picture. Not every time though, unfortunately. And then there's notes where you'd have notes. And in staff logs, you don't have to worry about that, and that's your MDT.
Perfect.
Alright, if you go ahead and flex your L muscle, that's your dispatch section. Up in the top left, or sorry,
I've
middle
been playing
top
around
left.
in here a lot.
Awesome. So have you set your call sign and all that in here?
Yep, it's set.
Alright, I don't think I need to explain this to you. There isn't really much to it other than setting your call sign. Some people want to be very anal about, if you're on foot or if you're in your car. I don't really care. It's micromanaging bullshit. It doesn't matter. That can be checked off. Alright, let's see. Use of force, check. Wow, we're zooming through this shit. Oh. I did it backwards. Alright, just give me a few seconds. I need to see if I can fix my open rack here for my gun rack.
No worries.
Where is this? Scully, builder, inventory. Key system. Menu with all your keys. PS HUD. I don't know what that is. Oh, that might be dispatch. It's something. Vehicle control. Guidebook point. Police gun rack. That's what it is. Yeah, police contract's broken. I don't know what to tell you. Tell me. It doesn't work for me. We'll figure it out another time. Alright, so, have you had a look at our law book at all?
At your what, sorry?
At the, city law book, the state statutes.
Yes.
Do you have any questions about that?
Not really at the moment.
Alright, so just to briefly go over it, because I do need to explain it. That is, we have Title II, Title III, and Title IV under state statutes. Title II is just for in court, Title III is for us, so anytime we're charging someone, we use everything under Title III, and Title IV is for the mayor's office, okay? So the judges will define what's in Title II and Title III, and I don't know who defines Title IV, because that's not my area of expertise. But all these laws are pretty self-explanatory. Something I would like to explain and make sure you're clear on is the class felonies at the top of state statutes. By the way, if you can't find it, it is in the Leo information in our Discordian. But the class felonies specifically say class 1 is $25,000 to $500,000, like a class 1 charge. All that's for the court. That's not for us. Like, all our laws are specifically defined to where, you know, if someone's getting off a lawful flight, the fine is already predefined. So that's not something we have to think about. And I think that's it. I think I can go ahead and check that off. But yeah, there are a lot of, like, small laws, so, like, that's something that, you definitely want to take some time and just, like, have a little glance through, because it's not the same as every other goddamn city. It's very unique in some cases. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, that's that. Alright. Oh, we have some really easy ones coming up. How confident are you on traffic stops?
Oh, pretty dang confident, I would imagine.
So first things first, the way we call calls for status changes on the radio, it is very simple. It's just 221 going 10-8 or 221 1017 to a certain call, or if you're not a fan of 10 codes, which many aren't, it would be like 221 off duty service or 221 en route to something, you know.
So what's the rule when it comes to 10 codes? Because I prefer not to use them, but I will use them if I have to.
So it's vice versa. So if you want to use 10 codes, do it. If you want to use plain talk, do it. But you need to understand our 10 codes, because some people just use 10 codes. For me, I use a mix. So it's whatever comes to my head first. So like 1017 is a 10 code I'll use a lot because it means en route, and it's a little bit faster to say in some cases. So like I'll use 1017, I'll use 1023, which means on scene. Our 10 code list is listed in the Leo information section in our Discordia.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with them, but I am a big fan of plain talk.
Me too.
So I probably will mix them as well.
Yep, so that's just radioing for status changes. So anytime you change your status, you want to radio it, obviously. So anytime you're going to, you know, use the bathroom or whatever, just call yourself 10-6 or call yourself busy. Pretty self-explanatory there. Effective use of calls for service or traffic stops. So what the training team is looking for here is specifically when you're on a traffic stop or when you're on any call, that what you say is quick and sweet. So like, you don't want to hear someone talking for anywhere longer than 10 seconds, really. It should be a lot shorter than that. So if I was going to say, it's like let's pretend for a second to the left here is a drug call. I wouldn't say it's like, oh, I'm finally arriving at the drug call here at 131. We're on Great Ocean Highway. I'm facing northbound. I got one on scene. Like, you don't want to talk that long. You would say 221 or your call sign, but in my case, 221 on scene of the drug call at postal 131. You understand what I'm meaning there?
Yep.
So it's just making it short and sweet. That's all they're looking for there. Don't hog the radio per se. All right. I'm sure you heard this, but I'm going to go over it anyway. We have 3 codes of response. Code 1 is just if we're responding to a call, we would just driving normally, following traffic laws. Code 2, we would have lights, no sirens, heading through intersections with lights and sirens. So if we're responding to, it's like an officer's requesting help, but it's not urgent. We got our lights on. We don't have any sirens until we hit an intersection, and then we, of course. And then we have level 3, which is lights and sirens, and we're flooring it. You understand?
Yep.
Yep, that shit's pretty easy. Initiating a traffic stop. This one is actually pretty different between certain cities because everyone has their own thing. Let me see if I can find a real quick parked car. Wow, there is not a single parked car. That's fine. We can use our brains. So let's say we're pulling over a vehicle. Let's say it's a Phantom, which is the big 18-wheeler trucks. It's right in front of us. We're on our final or whatever. Before we even light them up, basically what we're going to say over the radio is call sign. So 221, attempting 1048 or attempting traffic stop on a Phantom, right? And then you'll wait, right? Because you just want to give like a few seconds. You're not waiting a minute or anything. You're just waiting for on final when you can kind of like split the information to add, to make your radio short and sweet, but also try to have as much information as possible. So there's a lot of information I missed there. So like I didn't say where I was. I didn't say what color the vehicle was. Those are pretty important. But I'll just advise and I'll say 221 on final, which is the second part of my radio traffic. 221 on final, postal 062 on a red and color Phantom. So that's number one way of doing it.
Yep.
I don't like this way, personally. So the way I'll do it is I'll use some of the same verbiage, but I will say 221 1048 on a blue and color Phantom, postal 062. And then I'll wait, and I'll say 221 on final, and then if the street name will change, I'll say the new street name. Okay?
Yeah, that's the way I like doing it, so.
Yeah, it's a little bit easier. It gets everything out pretty quick. You need to either talk fast or understand how to basically hyphen what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm very short and sweet with it.
Good.
I don't like being on the radio if I don't have to.
So now we're going to talk about pursuits. This one, I don't imagine that this would be too different from other police departments. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it to where one of these locals flee from me. Let's see if this will work. Okay, they don't want to flee. So basically the way it works is when there's a pursuit, there's a single 100, which you're not supposed to talk during. And then you basically have full, like you can talk as much as you want. It just don't go crazy with it. Just tell the officers on patrol or the people you're trying to catch up to the pursuit to where you're going, basically. So
Yep.
in the case of this vehicle, it'd be 221, pursuit in progress, black 2-door, sports car or whatever kind of car it is. I don't know what car this is. It's a Buffalo, I think. So 2-door, 4-door Buffalo, black in color. We're going to be southbound Great Ocean Highway. Now, then I'll shut up for like a good 10 seconds. Because I want to give people time to say, we're responding, I'm en route, I'm en route, I'm en route, we got enough units, whatever, right? And then I'll say 221, continuing, Great Ocean Highway, we just passed the lumber mill. And just giving stuff like that is like the bread and butter pursuit thing. You should already know this anyway, but
Yep.
It's said now, so no one can say I can't say it. Or can't have said it.
CYA.
So now what we can do is I'll find another spot to pull over. We'll do it here because we can run a little bit of traffic. And then I'm gonna hand you or I think I need to read off the questionnaire and we can get this phase 1 done. All right. So I'm going to be asking you questions based on the SOP, and you know you answer them to the best of your ability. Okay. And it doesn't have answers here, so hopefully I'm as good. So question number 1 is, what is the list of basic equipment that every patrolling Leo should carry with them at all times?
Your combat pistol, taser, shotgun, carbine rifle, radio, MDT, cuffs, med kit. Can't remember if there's anything else I'm missing.
I think that's fine, to my memory. Question number 2. List the 5 levels of the Force Continuum and explain them. I don't know. I have somebody. Tucker, his name is. I should be viewing. Fuck's sakes. The 5 levels of the use of Force Continuum. What are they?
So your officer your presence.
That's number 1.
Verbal.
Yep, that's number 2.
Empty.
Yep,
Less lethal, and then lethal.
there you go. What are some important items to take into consideration when moving up in a level Force Continuum? Or sorry, moving up a level in the Force Continuum. I can't read.
Amount of perps, amount of aid, as well as situation at hand, whether they're armed or they have a vehicle nearby.
I'm not looking for every single one. It's just a few, but I think you got it there. List a couple situations where the use of deadly force is prohibited. I think that means not allowed.
When you fear for your life or a life of your fellow individual or fellow officer or civilian.
I'll reread just because I think we're both confused here, myself included. List a couple situations where the use of deadly force is not allowed. The prohibited fucked me up. His name is Tucker. Tucker something. Tucker Trebley. So, what are some situations where you cannot use of force? Or sorry, you cannot use deadly force.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, it's that was so weird. It wasn't piping up for some reason. So like a fight or a verbal altercation, when you don't fear for your life, basically.
Awesome. Define excessive force.
Using greater force than is reasonably necessary.
That's fine. So, like, if a dude is running away from you, and
you shouldn't shoot him in the back.
Says your mom is fat, you don't shoot him in the back of the head.
Correct.
During what situations are you able to deploy your shotgun or assault rifle? You don't have to list all of them once again.
When there are multiple officers down.
How many?
Oh shit! I knew you were gonna ask me that. More than 50%?
Yes, or it's 50% or more. I actually wrote that, funnily enough. That's why it's so fucked. Any other situations where you can use your shotgun or rifle? I can't hear you if you're talking. Any other situations where you can use your shotgun or rifle?
Bank robberies, if I can remember right.
Which ones?
Majors.
So, per the SOP, it's actually, there's only one bank robbery, and it's the specific standard bank. So regular bank robberies do not allow you to use rifles, but the specific standard
Correct,
bank, if someone was shutting down the, what is it called? Oh, that dude was speeding. If someone was shutting down the power plant, or if someone was breaking out, I believe is another one. Oh wait, no, it's not. Wait, no, it is. May be used during prison break, bank truck robbery, specific standard robbery, or power grid attack. Alright, that's good enough for me. Were you gonna say something?
I was gonna say, yeah, that was the other one I was remembering, was the prison break.
How many criminals are allowed during a gang shootout, and how many officers are allowed?
Oh shit.
This is relatively new.
6 and 6? Or 6 for criminals?
It's not 6 for criminals. It's less.
Oh, I can't remember. 4.
So, yeah, it's 4, well, 5 now, technically. 5 for criminals, 8 for cops, and part 2 of this question is when and who can request the rest of law enforcement to respond to the scene, which is a new city guideline where we can have an all-call. Who is in command of requesting the rest of the people to show up?
I imagine it's probably going to be the highest ranking individual, or a commander, watch commander.
Yeah, so we don't have watch commander anymore, but it would be whoever is scene command at the time, or the highest ranking. So someone who is taking authority of the scene, or the highest ranking, that's fine in my mind. How does one announce that they are beginning their tour of duty, and that they are in service?
They're going to be 1041 and 108.
Yes, or on duty in service. And how does one announce that they're no longer in service and ending their tour of duty?
They're going to be 10-7, 1042.
Awesome. What is Signal 100?
Signal 100 means quiet on the radio, something's going down.
When and why is it used?
It is mainly used for vehicle pursuits, and that is to get out the information that's needed to pursue the individual.
And who can initiate a Signal 100?
Anyone when the criteria is met?
Per the SOP, it says watch commander, but considering that we don't have a watch commander anymore, nor an active dispatcher, right now it's anybody, but rule of thumb is corporals plus should be the only ones doing it.
Okay.
But, you know, that question is a lot, because it was written before we removed watch commander. Explain reasonable suspicion versus probable cause. You don't need to answer this. You already, I already asked you this question. What is the difference between being arrested and being detained?
Being detained just means that you're being held for investigative purposes or questioning or searching, where arrest means you've actually committed, and we are charging you with an arrestable offense.
What are the Miranda rights?
Do you just want me to say it?
Yep. Every cop's got them in their brain, worth their salt.
Uh-huh. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of the law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you by the state. With these rights in mind, do you wish to speak to me?
Yeah, everyone's a little bit different, but it's always the end. Because some people ask if you want to speak to me. At mine, I asked, like, do you understand your rights? So, that's fine. During a vehicle pursuit, how many units are allowed? And what are the roles and responsibilities of those units?
Pursuits, I think, are capped at 3.
4.
If I remember reading that right.
It
So
probably is
primary,
3.
secondary, and tertiary units. And then if there is more than 3 for major pursuit, then they should be paralleling or setting up like roadblocks or spikes or something.
When can you add additional units to the pursuit? Turns violent, interference cars.
When it is a felony pursuit as well as priority situation.
When it's a priority would be a good one. When there is interfering vehicles would be another one. When they start to shoot at the police would be a good one. If they're got a warrant would be a good one. That's fine though. How and when do you perform a traffic stop? List the steps you would take during a stop.
First, I'm going to. First you have to see a traffic offense or whatever to initiate it. Initiate it using lights and/or sirens. Radio the traffic stop. You want me to go like super in depth or just like rough over it?
Rough.
Okay. Radio the traffic stop, approach the individual, come back, check everything, whether I issue a citation or warning, and then clear the traffic stop with a radio call.
Awesome. What is a pit, and when and why is it used?
A pit is, I'm trying to remember the exact word of it.
Intervention?
Yes, a tactical intervention. Do you spin out a vehicle to either stall or stop a fleeing suspect?
How do you request a pit?
Radio for approval?
Who can grant that approval? Can anyone grant it, or is there a specific rank required?
I'm gonna guess any corporal or above. I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah, it wasn't. That was a question I just made up on the spot because it should have been in there. But yeah, I would say anybody who is supervisor or highest ranking on scene. So like if you are in a pursuit with it's you, an officer, and a senior officer, the senior officer can grant it. Rule of thumb is you want the people who are approving pits to be on scene. And the way you read it out is basically 221 requesting pit maneuver, street conditions are great, vehicle amount or vehicle congestion is low, there's no people on the road, kind of thing. Alright, what is a felony stop or a code 5 stop, and when and why is it used?
So felony stop would be a traffic stop that you exit your vehicle gun drawn, requesting that the individual exits the vehicle with their hands raised, and it is used when a felony is committed and or wanted individual is present when you sense immediate danger.
When approaching a convenience store robbery, how would you handle the situation? What are the number of requests criminals are allowed, and what are the items that are non-negotiable? Or what items are non-negotiable? That's a mouthful. I didn't even know this was written in the fucking SOP. Like, what the fuck?
Shit, that's a good one. I don't remember. Let me think about it.
Well, I don't need you to remember. Just tell me how you would do it. If it's not in line with the SOP, but it still makes sense, it's fine.
Okay, so the first thing I would do, of course, would radio that I'm on scene, request additionals, notify them at this time that I'm going to negotiate, and approach them, ask what I can do to make sure that everybody leaves safely, and then radio for approval for whatever their demands are within reason. Like, I'm not going to give some guy $1 million
Yeah,
to let somebody go.
list 2 more reasons on what you wouldn't give somebody per request.
So I wouldn't give them excessive
Helicopter?
amounts. Well, I wouldn't give them money
Money.
in the first place.
Yep. That's number 1.
And I wouldn't give them weapons or something along those lines.
Is there any vehicles you wouldn't give them?
Police vehicles?
Would you give them a helicopter?
No.
Okay. Let's see. So how many requests until you start not giving them what they want? So if a criminal says, I want, X, B, and C, like, are you gonna, like, do some quid pro quo there, where you don't get something for nothing kind of thing? Like, if they want food, they want to talk to the hostage or whatever,
Yeah. Okay. So for simple requests like food, sure, we'll do that. But when you add additional things, I'm going to ask for a give and take. If they've got multiple hostages and they want a vehicle, and I already gave them food, then I'm going to request that they release 1 hostage for a vehicle or something along those lines.
All right, would you give? Actually, you already answered it. Never mind. Let's move on. At what point in a detainment / arrest would you shackle someone? Shackles when they can't move without you moving them. It's an item we have.
I honestly probably wouldn't shackle them unless they tried to flee.
That's basically the answer. If they're trying to flee and they're being unruly and they're not listening to your demands and they're basically actively resisting, that's when you would do that. What is a BOLO, or be on the lookout, and when is it used?
So it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a be on the lookout for an individual or a vehicle. And it's used when you've lost sight on a vehicle or couldn't tail a vehicle or a person, and just allows and notifies other officers to be on the lookout for it.
What is a warrant, and when is it used?
A warrant is a write-up for arrest and or detainment on a suspect or suspects, and it is used to notify officers that if they see this person, they are allowed to arrest and detain them.
All right. Part 2 of that question. Part 2 of that question was, how do you make a warrant, and who can accept and deny it? Per the systems we have in the city, I'm not asking you how to make a warrant per scratch. Do you know what system you use?
Yeah, it would be through your MDT. And a judge has to sign off on them, correct?
So, the second part you said was correct. The first part you said is incorrect. So they are tracked through the MDT,
that's right.
But
that they changed it. I saw that. I saw it on the Discordia. That
So
you have to
DOJ
submit it
News,
through
right?
Discordia. Yep.
So in DOJ News, there's a little section that's a form that you fill out, and then a judge will sign off on it, and then they'll give you back an actual physical paper copy of the warrant that looks like a warrant. That's how it works.
Yeah, okay. I do remember seeing that.
Awesome. Name a couple examples of priority calls. Priority calls. It could be anything.
Fleeing vehicle, bank robbery, shooting in progress.
Yep, that's fine. Final question. Where can the citizens of Los Santos go to file a report against law enforcement?
So you just go to the front desk, and access the computers in the front?
Yep, there's like a little document thing there. I'm pretty sure this has been changed, but if it has, I don't know where it's been moved to, so...
Yeah, I saw the one at, in Sandy. I know the one in Sandy still exists.
Alright, let's go ahead and just give me a few minutes. That's a questionnaire done, but give me a few minutes here, or a minute to just write this. We finish this phase 1 in an hour. Alright, that's phase 1 done. Just like that. Fastest phase 1 I've ever done.
Cool.
So the way phase 2 works now is I'm pretty sure, I don't recall if this is written anywhere, but to my memory, you have to get with another officer at there has to be some time passed between phase 1 and phase 2. I don't remember how long it is, and I don't think it's written in my sheet. You have to get with another officer to start phase 2. So if you want to ride along with me for a bit, that's fine. Or if you want me to bring you back to your mission row and, you know, you can hop off and do things you want to do, then that's fine too. It's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll ride along with you, if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's all good. 221, I'll be doing service. What's your call sign again?
It is 381, Frank.
1081 is going to be clear.
381?
No individuals inside.
Yes, sir.
Show 381 Frank attaching my call sign. Alright. So yeah, hopefully phase 2 should go pretty well. I don't know how fast everyone is with stuff. But you're in a good spot since you know a lot of stuff from past history as law enforcement.
Yeah, hopefully. Do you know why my radar is blinking?
Your radar is blinking?
Yeah, it's blinking yellow.
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, could it be that your hazards are on? I don't know.
My hazards are not on for my eyes.
Oh,
Frank, back to night.
Why don't you go ahead and type in the chat /radar toggle, and you can just turn it off, because I got my radar on, so I'll be keeping track of it.
02, 10-6, 15 Mike.
26, show us on 1 traffic. Gonna be eastbound Vespucci.
Holy shit, it's Jamie Ward. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Possibly occupied times 1. Taking off. Gonna be taking a right now southbound Elgin. Gonna be an active pursuit.
Been water activated.
Taking a left, gonna be Capitol Boulevard eastbound. Taking a right, gonna be Davis Avenue.
Responding units identify, please.
126.
You're not responding, he's there. What do you mean?
Taking another right.
Responding units identify, please. We need some people to help him with the pursuit.
Gonna be BCB.
North Elgin. It's gonna be a purple LG, right?
so for your radio comms, let's say we were going to respond to
There's a blue
that.
and colored one.
You're 221, right?
Yep.
vehicle
So you'd
is
be
blue.
221 responding, or 221 plus 1
I got
responding.
10-4.
I wouldn't
think
even
we
say
might
plus
have
one.
that vehicle.
No? Okay.
No, I would just say I'm 1017
The
and
plate is going to be 287 T4 Hector 48.
Do we still have this individual, Riggs?
We have this guy.
I don't know who this guy is. I think Dean was
Dean.
primary.
Dean, do you have the plate of the vehicle you were chasing?
It's not him. That's not him.
Dean's not paying
Last
attention to
known
the
was
radio.
southbound. He wouldn't have been over here.
126, I do got visual contact of the individual's plate. It's going to be a 6 Quebec 7 Kilo Sierra Echo Alpha, and I believe that's either a Delta or an Oscar.
It's an Oscar. Or no, it's a 0.
Well, on the back of my plate, it's an Oscar, I think. Wait, no. It's too straight. It's a 0.
Yeah, it's a 0. It's a LG Retro Custom.
Is anyone still in pursuit with anybody?
Negative.
Yeah, they just initiated a bolo on it.
Sigma 100 with it. Yeah, sometimes I'll have to take a control like that because no one was talking. When no one's talking, that's usually a bad sign.
126, the individual, the vehicle is going to be a Surge Fitz. He does already have a prior bolo for his vehicle. It's going to be a purple and colored LG Retro Custom.
So we want to, or at least I want to make sure that shit's going the way it's supposed to be going.
Yeah.
Because my history is as a patrol sergeant, so I try my best to make sure patrol isn't doing stupid shit. And I don't know what the fuck is happening here, but I'm about to find out. Oh, people are just chilling, looks like. Wait, where is the cop? I see the car, but it doesn't look like he's sitting in it. Yeah, let's just blow it up. $321, hold me out at Little Soul at the gas station. I'll be 10-6. You can step out if you want. What the fuck? What? He's here? You're supposed to, do you not see a blip on your map right here?
No, I do. You said you see a car? Because I don't see the car.
Well, I thought that was a cop car, but it's not.
Yeah, I see the blimp. Let me,
221 to 131 direct, are you on the radio? $221 to 131 direct.
He's not showing up on the CAD
He's on the
database.
radio, though. I don't know why my gun was out.
I think maybe he had a headache or something.
Possibly. 221 responding to the 1081. I don't know where everyone else is. Apparently everyone is doing much more important things than responding to a robbery.
Yeah.
Oh god, major head issues.
Yep, same.
Looks like Mirror Park. I think it's Mirror Park, isn't it?
Yep.
Alright.
0210 en route store robberies.
Well, there's one officer right next to it.
I haven't even pursued anybody in this car yet. That's how new this thing is to me.
Oh,
221,
really?
I'm pulling up on scene now. Yeah, it only came out like 2 weeks ago or a week ago. I was on vacation the whole time.
88 Frank, show me en route to the latest store robbery.
221. I have a gray in color van out the side, but I don't think that's theirs.
They already left.
Possibly. Alright, get out and take cover from the other side. If you don't mind. Don't want you in a death box. Stand by. We're trying to make contact if anyone's here. Doesn't look like there's anybody. 221, I don't think there's anybody in here. We're gonna make entry, hold comms.
Stand by, I got a cadet. Like to... Okay.
You'd like to what?
Never mind. You're good.
I could back out if you would like.
Nah, you're good. Go for it.
The fuck is his plan?
Left side's clear.
Safe's cracked. Nobody in here.
Lovely.
This is my fault. I took way too long to respond, but there was literally no one else.
Yeah, I was learning a whole spiel about the director and what happened.
Yeah. For future reference, what did you want so I can slow it down?
Well, he called himself en route over radio. He just wanted to help in clearing the store and stuff like that. Just give him the experience. That's all.
Yeah, as a note, I did not hear it. I
good,
don't know if you guys hear it or what. I didn't hear it.
No, I didn't hear it either.
Oh, good. No worries.
I heard en route, but that was it.
Next time I'll wait. Next time I'll wait.
It's all good, man. No worries.
good.
Thank you.
Also, what the fuck is wrong with my gun rack? I can't open it anymore. I have the keys, the new keys.
You typed in the wrong plate.
I didn't.
Check
It said the button doesn't even work. Like, it's not even an option.
I have no clue. I have to contact the state about that.
Just check.
What is the
Or,
timeline from going
Russell?
from phase 1 to phase 2?
Yeah, do you know that, Jamie? Is there a timeline? 'Cause I don't
from
remember.
1 to 2 is a day.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I didn't
Yeah,
see
I
that.
think-
I'm blind.
I think it's the same with 2 to 3, and then from 3 to 4, I think it's a couple days or something like that. Something silly.
Riggs, you're right. I forgot a 0 instead of an O.
Yep, you're good.
221, 10-8. We can lift signal 100 if it's still active. That makes sense.
Yeah, that 0 versus O.
Yeah, honestly, plates shouldn't have that letter/number combo. Should be to where it's just not even there.
Or at least put like a line through the O or something, so you know.
Yeah, 2's back in
Or through the 0, I mean. I'm gonna go get a new key.
Yeah. I blame my other set of keys because it looked like an O to me. Because, like, that's how I figured it out. Because, like, yeah, literally in my other set of keys, it's D-O. But on my plate, it's clearly 0. I think. I'm not even sure.
Let me look it up on the MDP.
That might be the same issue, I don't know.
It is definitely a 0. Because you have an O, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's easy to tell on the left side of the MDT, but if you look on the right, it looks like an O.
Good to know. I'll just throw this key somewhere where no one's gonna find it. Maybe the gun range. No one really goes in a gun range.
Do you know how long it takes in the city for garbage to disappear?
Nope. But it's less than an hour. Alright. Charlie, 3, Delta, 0, Victor, 0.
What does
Zulu
the
X.
special police donut do?
Makes you really fast.
Oh, that makes sense.
Fuck it, I'll just throw it here. I'm actually supposed to carry those.
So as a trooper, you guys are the only ones with CID, right? Or does LSF?
Nope, that's
or...
just LSPD. So what the troopers has is internal affairs, which is.
Oh, that's what their investigations is. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm the team lead over that.
That's what I thought. Okay. So some IA stuff, basically.
Yep. IA bullshit. Always love a person who dresses professionally, by the way. Let's see if this thing works.
Yeah, my radar's still doing that. Why the hell is it doing that? Weird. Have you ever seen that?
No, maybe it's like it's locked onto somebody or something. It still doesn't work. Did I rebind the button? Oh. Yeah, I have no idea what's on with this, on why it's not working. Wait, what the fuck did I just change? Hold on. You moron. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna try one more time to make sure that my stuff is good. And if it's not, then I'm just gonna put my weapons back in my locker. So, Charlie, 3, Delta, 0,
Oh.
Victor, Zulu, X-Ray.
Well, Mr. Crane, I think I might take a full 8. It's been a long day.
Alright, sir, it was nice talking to you. You have a good one.
Yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you.
398
sir.
Frank, show me an attempted track a traffic stop.
Do you want me to
Southbound Elgin
sign
Ave,
out of the radio or?
It doesn't matter.
747.
Okay.
As long if you go back on,
A
if you go as a
motorcycle
civilian, just
occupied
make
by
sure you don't have
one.
any police stuff on. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm going to be deactivating speed unit. If you get any more extremely fast cars you can't keep up with, just let me know.
Wait, is our speed limit unit the Lamborghini?
Negative. The speed unit is the BMW that out used to, depending on department. I can explain on TAC 1 if you want.
No, it's okay. I just saw a Lamborghini and lost my mind.
Oh, no, that's Jimmy's personal car.
He's gone. All right. I don't know who that is. He looks like he's got his head chopped off. Well, fuck. Dan, I just did one. Leave me alone, please. I'm sorry, Dan. Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be streaming later tonight. In like 3 or 2 hours, okay? So I think I'm going to call it here. I really wanted some scenes tonight, but, you know. 221 off duty to service. Have a good one. What's this say? Bruh. Are paid people so childish? Alright. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to bring us to the end of today's stream. We will be having a stream tonight where we swear in the new director. So yeah. But I think I fixed some of the lag issues, so hopefully we're good. Anyway, have a good rest of your evening. I'll be back soon.